Hey everyone, it's me again, and I don't have hardly any makeup on and one of my brows looks really weird. So, a lot of you guys, I posted a picture on the gram of my last look. I'll leave the video in the cards up here, and a lot of you guys really seem to enjoy that look, so thank you. And a lot of people seem to enjoy the bleached eyebrow, and they wanted me to make an entirely separate video about how to achieve simulated bleached brows. So it's bleached brows without the commitment. Bleaching your eyebrows, not only is it dangerous if you do it at home, please don't, but it's a huge commitment to lightening your eyebrows, and you never know how it's going to turn out. With makeup, you have a lot more control over that kind of thing, so I'm going to teach you how to use makeup to simulate a bleached eyebrow. First of all, you're going to start by filling in your brows the way you normally would. I know, this sounds weird, like why would you fill in your brows normally? I'm gonna run some brow gel through just to put the hairs in place. Now, why would you do this? Why would you fill in your brows normally if you're just gonna lighten them up? Well, this is to fill in any sparse areas of your eyebrow because most folks have them, and when you make your brows lighter in color, it's going to emphasize whatever sparse areas you have. So it is in your best interest to make sure all those sparse areas are completely filled in before you go in with your lightening agent. So that way you don't end up with a lighter colored brow with a bunch of holes in it. So then I'm going to take my Visart Structure Eyeshadow and Brow Palette, and I'm going to take this lighter kind of neutral tone shade right here, and I'm going to start under the brow, creating a nice little crisp line right there, and then I'll start to move into the brow itself, filling in what I need to fill in. Hopefully it turns out better than my other eyebrow. And having that gel in first, I know normally you put gel in last, but having the gel in first helps the powder adhere to the skin and to the brow hairs because it has something wet and sticky to stick to. And of course, this is going to be different for every individual person. This is a generalized technique that I use, but I also have ash blonde eyebrows, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to lighten my brows than it will be for someone who has really, really bold, dark eyebrows. But some kind of variation, subtle variation of this technique should work for most hair colors. So now that that's done, I'm going to move into the lightening process. So first I've got a concealer that is significantly lighter than my skin tone. It's also the wrong undertone for me. This is Tarte Shape Tape in Light. I love this formula, but I have to get a different shade for my actual face because it is the wrong undertone, but that's okay for our purposes here. You just want something that is high coverage and lighter than your skin tone. So then we're going to take our little spoolie. Mine has like a little ball on the end, which comes in handy. Dip that into the concealer, and we're going to do our first layer of concealer. Starting at the root where that initial line was, because you don't want any dark space. Get it in the front of the brow too, and you're just going to make sure you're coating every single hair thoroughly with concealer. And basically what this pink toned concealer is going to do is it's going to somewhat neutralize the ashy taupey gray colors in my eyebrows by making them look temporarily silver. So now you've got this lightened eyebrow. That is basically what it would look like if I removed all the color from my brow. But this last step is optional. It's just something I've opted to do to sort of return some tonal value back to my eyebrow, because right now it's looking a little bit cool toned, a little bit gray. So I'm taking a concealer that's significantly more yellow than the Shape Tape, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Light. And I removed the sponge off the top of it because, quite frankly, I hate that stupid thing. I tried to make it work the last couple times I did makeup, and it was just like, nope, you still suck. I'm gonna take you off of here. It absorbs a bunch of product, it's a huge waste. But I'm going to take just a little bit on the back of my hand and do the same thing. We're just gonna roll our little ball, or spoolie. My cat is just doing the most right now. And we're going to run it through the brows as well. And this is going to bring a more yellow golden tone to the eyebrow to give that sort of brassy effect that often happens when you bleach your natural hair color. But yeah, this is a completely optional step. If your concealer is the right undertone and it's giving you the color effect that you want, then that's totally fine. You can skip this step and you'll be done. But I like to use two different concealers. That way, not only are you returning some brassiness to the brow hairs themselves, but you're also giving a little bit of dimension, if that makes sense. So you've got some light, some dark, some yellow, some pink, and it just makes everything look a little bit more put together. There you go. And you can go back in and fill in any sparse areas that may have shown back up. Just use a brow tone that's a little bit lighter and more golden than your natural brows. So as opposed to what I originally used, which were these two colors, I might switch to these two. So that's basically it, guys. Real quick video today, but that is how you simulate bleached eyebrows. So let's do some awkward brow posing. There you go. I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt. You know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!